I got the 76 Chalet here, and I already rebuilt this door, put a new decal and everything on it. But it shuts real nice. New handle. These are really thin from the factory. There's this camper company online. They have a website, and they make these. They're thicker than the OEM, so that's really nice. Door stop. I've been cleaning all this out. I pulled here. Camera's a little dirty. There you go. I pulled that seat out because the brackets on the bottom are really rusty. And I got to do this side. This is the onboard water tank. So I got to do that still. But this is what I've been doing so far, and I'm gonna try to update you guys on what I've been getting done. I don't know how well you can see it, but I had all these seats reupholstered. That's reupholstered. Wasn't cheap, but I was tired of my back hurting every day I slept on this thing. The foam was just gone, you know, after 50 years of being used. It didn't have much life left. But this is what I've been doing right now, just painting the seat brackets. You could probably see how pitted that is. I mean, really bad. Like, look at that. Terrible. There was just rust caked on the bottom of the carpet in there. I had to chip it up with a screwdriver. And I took a needle scaler I got right there and hit all that. But the wood and everything seems to be okay, and this seems to be pretty decent. So I'm just gonna reuse all this, and there's these little brackets that go right here. Right there. That's what they look like. And they just hold it to the floor to keep it kind of sturdy, you know. It's all cheap the way they made everything, but you know, it lasted this long, so we'll redo what they've got. And after I do that, I found a company, OC Auto Carpets in California. They remake these covers. You know, mine's not terrible, but when you sit on it, you can feel the bar, the frame. I took it all the way to Colorado last spring, about this time of year. A little later in the year, about a month from now is probably when I took it out there. And it was fun, but I want to make it more comfortable, you know. So that's where I'm at with that. That company is going to make, they said, I had a guy upholster those, but they said if they can't get that material, I can ship it to them and they'll make them for me, so that'll be nice. Yeah, I'll keep you guys updated and show you what the finished product is. I got my seats in this 85 here. You know, they look really nice. I mean, so, but nice high density foam, better than the last foam I had. It was, when you sat on the seat, you were sitting on the rail in the dinette slash bed area. So it's definitely getting there, and hopefully by the end of the week I'll have all this stuff together, and I can show you guys finished product. Okay, so I got the bracket mounted. I just got to tighten these screws to hold it to the plywood, but it's painted, and we're gonna let it sit for a little bit. My buddy's gonna come help me get it bolted in, and then we'll go from there. I'll show you the way they did this from the factory. If I remember where I put the thing, it's over here. So the way they did this, yeah, right there. Okay. So this piece is spot welded in right there from the bed floor of the Blazer. And so that was spot welded in like that. And then there was a like a cap that was part of this. And I had to get that off there. The bolt broke off on this one, but all three, the rest of them, there's 4 bolts, and 3 of them came out. After I heated them all, and this one decided it just wanted to break. So I got it out. We're just going to reuse it. I had a buddy re-weld it. I only have as a stick welder at the moment, so he MIG welded it for me. And I've got this like it's sealant, adhesive, like stuff for like, it's for like auto, you know, metal and any kind of thing. But I'm going to squeeze it all on here and stick it up in there and let these little tits stick up into the floor and tighten it, and have a buddy hold this with a wrench till it's snug, and then we'll just let it sit, and then by the next time I need to take this thing out, it'll be, you know, all tight. But right there is where it was, and I'll show you this one. That's what it's supposed to look like. But you see it right there. But so that's what we're gonna do, is get that tightened up, and we'll have one side done, and then I got to do the other, but we'll be good to go. Okay, I haven't really cleaned it out yet, but I did put these seats in. They're done. Put them out, and this is how you make the bed. I don't see a lot of videos on how to do this, so sometimes these release, sometimes they don't. But that's how you make that. And then pop those cushions off. See that one? Sometimes they release by themselves, sometimes they don't. But there it is. That's it. And then when you want to fold back up and hit the road, you just pull it up. You got to put your pockets on, obviously, but I'll just throw them there for now. Show you how they go. And there's a little latch here that holds it. That's what I'm screwing with. But there it is. And then I redid these lights. I painted them like a brass color, and I cleared them and everything. Well, then once that incandescent started getting hot, it started getting sticky. What I ended up doing, you can buy warm LEDs, and they're badass. They're you know, they don't look any different, and they're cool. You know, they're not hot or anything. They're pretty sweet. But it's all back together.